What's up, everybody? Today's turd comes to us by way of PRAGERU, and it's like one of those greasy sliders. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're going to tell us what's wrong with atheism today.
In a recent interview, while I was presenting some scientific discoveries that may point to the existence of God.
Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, no. Right off the bat with some bullshit. Look at this guy. I don't like to judge people on the way they look, but you might as well. Has any human looked more like a snake ever? Literally, his shoulders are as narrow as they could physically be on a human frame with his wide neck. I guarantee you he dislocates his jaw when he wants to eat. I love how I just leave that in the search bar, so it's totally obvious I was just farming for content. That's what we do, right?
A camera operator, a young woman whom I'll call Maria, began to weep visibly. Later she told me the reason for her tears.
No, shut up.
Like
oh my
many
God,
young
everybody
people,
clapped.
Maria believed in God when she arrived in college. But while there, she repeatedly encountered professors who insisted that based on the science, God was a myth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this movie. Isn't Hercules in it?
Disappointed!
No more real than Santa Claus. Maria didn't feel equipped to challenge her professors. She eventually left college with nagging doubts about her faith and wondered whether life, including her own life, might be nothing more than a cosmic accident.
Who cares?
Many young people share Maria's doubts. Indeed, powerful voices in the academy tell us that science makes belief in God and human significance untenable.
In the academy? They use such bizarre fucking language that real people don't use. I swear to God. I don't know, do people say that?
Or as Richard Dawkins, the famed atheist from Oxford, has asserted, the universe we observe has precisely the properties we should expect if there is at bottom no design, no purpose, nothing but blind, pitiless indifference.
Which is absolutely true. We live in a world full of disease and death, and you have to kill each other, other animals and plants to eat. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty rough out there. The universe is cold and empty.
But are we the product of such indifference? That is purely materialistic processes that did not have us in mind, as another scientific atheist has put it?
Yes. That's correct, Snake Man. You fucking nailed it.
Does the universe have the properties we should expect if this all there is matter vision of reality is correct? Perhaps not.
Perhaps yes. How about that? Nuh-uh. Fucking nuh-uh. Perhaps not. Give me a reason. Oh, is he gonna give me one? Is that what that one is? Let's see. Let's give him a chance.
Major scientific discoveries contradict the expectations of scientific atheists.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
In a distinctly God-friendly direction. First, the Big Bang.
No. No, stop trying to take everything. No, it does not. Weren't the words Big Bang coined by a Christian who was denigrating the whole idea? Maybe it wasn't Christian. I don't know. I know that the term Big Bang was coined by somebody who thought that the whole idea was ridiculous. The Big Bang does not point to a God at all. It just says that the universe began.
Discoveries in observational astronomy.
It doesn't even make sense to think that something came before the Big Bang. You have so much explaining to do at that point. If you're going to say God exists outside of reality and created the Big Bang, well, now you have to assert that anything could exist there in that sort of space, and that there was some kind of time there for decision-making processes to happen.
And developments in theoretical physics have revealed that the universe had a beginning. This is contrary to the expectation of scientific materialists.
Nope. In fact, scientific materialism is exactly what brought us to realize that the Big Bang happened. We see that the universe is expanding, and we extrapolate that in reverse, and we get to a point of infinite density. Space has compressed, and time has compressed to where there's just infinitely dense point in space with no time happening.
Who long portrayed the universe as eternal and self-existent.
Who
and
did?
Therefore,
some people said that, but it wasn't like what are you talking about? Like maybe like scientists argued over whether it may have began or whether it went on forever, and they still kind of do, because like whatever happened, before the Big Bang, if such a question is even coherent in reality, perhaps there's another universe, or perhaps this universe exists inside of another universe. Perhaps the Big Bang was the result of cosmic contraction. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a breathing thing. It goes all the way out and then all the way back in. I don't think there's evidence for that. It doesn't seem to be coming back in. It actually seems to be accelerating in its expansion. So there's no reason at this point to think that would happen. But scientists debate over this stuff all the time. But now it's pretty well agreed upon that the Big Bang, or the cosmic expansion, happens. We know that cosmic expansion happens. And the logical... I'm going to fucking sneeze. God damn it. Son of a bitch. The logical endpoint of that that line of thinking is that there was something like the Big Bang happened in the past. This isn't all that complicated, and it has nothing at all to do with God.
in no need of an external creator.
Correct.
This evidence for a beginning has instead confirmed
I shouldn't say correct, because what he just said was the second half of a sentence that was not correct.
Expectation of theists. Nobel laureate Arno Penzias helped make a key discovery establishing a cosmic beginning. He later observed, "The best data we have are exactly what I would have predicted had I nothing to go on but the first 5 books of Moses and the Bible as a whole."
Okay, so 2 things. 1, I'm starting to get the sense that we're going to be doing a lot of quote mining. And 2, this quote right here is incredibly fucking stupid. I don't care what this person said. This is dumb. This is a dumb thing to say. Look, and your whole Big Bang thing is not a gotcha. It's not a checkmate. It doesn't say one way or the other. It's not a gotcha for me either. I can't say, oh, the Big Bang happened, so I know that God isn't real. It seems to make more sense that the Big Bang happening would fit more into my worldview than yours, because you have to understand there's no time or space for God to exist in. You can't keep moving him outside of where we are, you know? He's always just beyond our comprehension. He's just there, though. You know, you tell us he's there, and then we understand that, and then you tell us he's just past the next curtain. It's getting a little bit ridiculous, don't you think?
And he's not alone. Cosmological evidence has led other prominent scientists, including former MIT physicist Gerald Schroeder and the great Caltech astronomer Alan Sandage, to affirm a transcendent creator beyond space and time as the best explanation for the origin of our finite universe.
So you've got a couple scientists, right? This might not be the heavyweight evidence that you think it is, because you just named like 2 or 3 scientists, but the general consensus among scientists is not what you're saying. You know what I mean? How come you don't get to come out here and say the general consensus among scientists is that a transcendent creator beyond space and time is the best explanation for the origin of the universe? That doesn't even make any sense. What is a transcendent creator beyond space and time? Explain that. Make that make sense. That's totally incoherent. That's fucking gobbledygook. That's absolute goddamn gobbledygook. But you notice how they only ever can grab like a couple people? Any time they're going against the mainstream accepted truth of reality, they always have like these highly specific, limited examples of people or places or events that support their points. You know what I mean? like, okay, you got a couple guys to say your thing. Like if 50 people came into my house and 48 of them told me it was raining outside and they were soaking fucking wet, and the other 2 soaking wet dudes told me it wasn't fucking raining. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even bother naming the 48 guys. I'd be like, the vast majority, the consensus, the overwhelming consensus here is that it's raining outside. And that's what all the evidence seems to point to, as far as I can tell.
Second, fine-tuning. We live in what Australian physicist Luke Barnes calls an extremely fortunate universe, where fundamental laws and physical parameters have somehow been fine-tuned with just the right strengths and values to make life possible. The incredible odds against this happening by chance has led even agnostic and atheistic physicists to marvel. As British physicist...
What are the odds of it happening by chance? Because as far as I can tell, the odd is 1 out of 1. Because we have one example of a universe, and in this example, we are alive. It's entirely possible that if the universe was formed under some other parameters, that matter would be completely different. Or that we would be completely different, but we might still be here, or something like us would still be here. Or it might be that this is the only way a universe can exist. Or it might be that millions and billions of universes do exist, but there is no matter in the... Maybe every universe that could possibly exist has attempted to exist, and this is one of the only ones that could, and that's why we ended up with the Big Bang. Maybe in whatever universe is outside of our universe, all these different probabilistic events are happening, and only some of them are catching on. You know what I mean? Like a spark that doesn't make a fire, but this one does, because the parameters were just right. These are all possibilities that don't require a God. And in fact, you're making God into something that the Bible doesn't say that he is. The God you're talking about is not the God of the Bible when you're talking about this kind of stuff.
Davies has exclaimed, "The impression of design is overwhelming." Atheist physicists...
I would really love to see the context of these quotes, where you've mined them from. I almost guarantee at least half of these quotes that he's putting forward to support his points have been cherry-picked and taken out of context and are not actually saying what he says they are. I'm confident that that's true. They do it all the time. They do it all the fucking time. PRAGERU is one of the most dishonest channels on the internet. And they do that shit with Darwin too. They say even Darwin said that his own theory was bunk because of the eyeball. And then they take this, one specific example, highly specific, very, very selected example, and ignore everything else that the person said.
George Greenstein expresses similar cognitive dissonance. The thought insistently arises that some supernatural agency must be involved.
Again, I would love to see the full, entire context that quote is mined from. That would just make me happy.
The complexity of life. Molecular biology has revealed the presence in living cells of an exquisite world of informational nanotechnology.
What?
Digital code in DNA and RNA. There's
no digital code in DNA and RNA.
Constructed molecular machines. A complex information storage, transmission, and processing system that resembles but vastly exceeds our most advanced digital high technology.
Okay, no, that's actually just bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Our technology is way fucking better. Can we run the program that our bodies and brains know how to run? Not necessarily, but the hardware itself is bunk. This and all the things you said before this are more like descriptions of what's going on. They're meant to be taken as a metaphor. It's not actually a digital code. That's just a way that we can sort of understand it. If a scientist tells another scientist or a student that DNA can be understood like a digital code, I'm sure it's done with the assumption that the student isn't going to then go, oh, so our bodies are computers. That's fucking stupid. That doesn't even make sense.
Not what anyone would expect to see as the result of blind, materialistic processes.
No, it's exactly what we would expect to see because that's exactly what seems to have happened. That's like saying an icicle isn't what we would expect to see from dripping, freezing water. It might not be what you would expect, but if we look at the evidence, then that's what it shows. Nobody cares what you expect to see.
Dawkins himself may have conceded as much when he recently confessed to being...
See, this is what, like, these people are so full of shit. You're really going to come out here and say Dawkins conceded any of the arguments that you're trying to make? You think Dawkins agrees with any fucking thing you have to say? Hell to the no.
Knocked sideways with wonder at the miniaturized intricacy of the data processing machinery in the living cell.
Really, that's the quote you're going to mine from Richard Dawkins and say that agrees with you? Do you really come on? I guarantee you Dawkins wasn't speaking to a moron when he fucking said that. Just like I said a minute ago, he's talking with the assumption that people understand what the fuck he's talking about. He's speaking in metaphors and analogies. It's not... He didn't admit any fucking thing when he said that. He's just talking about how fucking fantastic and wondrous it is, which scientists often do when you people aren't listening, and we don't have, I'm not a scientist, but I'm a science enthusiast, and when we don't have to fucking, couch our language so that you don't run off and quote mine us, we often talk about the wonders of creation and things like that, but we don't mean creation. We just lack the words. We use the words that have the most meaning to us, God, you're so fucking dishonest. A sneaky little snaky. All you fucking snaky little Christians are so sneaky.
So what should we make of all this?
Nothing. It's all bullshit.
Scientific atheists have constructed ever more...
Tell you what we'll make of it. We'll make of it that you're fucking full of shit, dude.
...convoluted and fanciful theories. They posit alien designers to account for the code of life.
Who?
Multiple
That doesn't even make sense. And then you'd have to account for where the aliens came from. That doesn't even No, they don't. No serious scientists are putting that out there as like that's not like an accepted theory of science. Stop lying. Stop lying, you liar.
Lying liar pants. To try to explain fine-tuning. And they've developed elaborate mathematical equations in an attempt to use physics to show how the universe could have begun from nothing physical.
Explain that. Then you're going to have to go into that, because if they've used math to explain how the universe could come from nothing physical, then they've kind of shown a lot more than you're able to show, haven't they? Math doesn't fucking lie. Generally, it kind of, like, at least they're showing that it's possible. You've still failed to show that any gods can exist. Not that they do, but that they even can.
But what if the scientific atheists are just wrong?
What if you're fucking wrong? Did you ever think about that? Nanner.
What if the universe has precisely the properties we should expect if there is an intelligent and purposeful creator behind it all?
Then we should probably hate that fucking creator, because the universe is fucked up. It's a fucked up place, and we don't like it. Nobody fucking likes it here. Let's fucking be real. Let's all be real with one another. This is stupid. You're being a fucking idiot. Come on, admit it. You're dumb.
In my book, Return of the God Hypothesis...
Oh, no. Okay, we're done. Yep, all right. And thanks for watching, everybody. This has been just another fucking fantastic video by me, if I do say so myself. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed it and you watched all the way to the end. What a fucking superstar you are. Amazing, wonderful. Join my Discord. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitch. I haven't streamed there for a while, but I will if I get more followers. Maybe some people will watch. It's boring streaming to nobody, and I feel like it's going to ruin my analytics. So go follow me and then maybe watch me when I stream. And I do stuff like this on there. This is what I do. Just exactly like this. See how I sat here and I shot this live? That's what I do on Twitch. And sometimes I even record them for YouTube videos. That happens. I'm rambling. It's the end of the video. I don't know how to end it. Is it over? It should be over. It should end. We should just end it. We should stop this. Let's be real with each other. This has been a lot of fun. We had some great times together, but I think that it's time that we just end this video.